This GH storyline isn't working. Attempting an endometriosis storyline was a risk from the get-go at General Hospital. The subject is a bit of a yawn and complicated if it's thoroughly delved into. But it quickly turned into a bust, and nothing can save it. Part of the problem is the character it was handed to, Molly, who's been pretty much used peripherally during her tenure on the soap. So really caring about her plight and desire to have a baby would have needed some serious time to develop. Instead, it just happened suddenly. Molly, Brooke and Smith, and TJ, Taj Bello, simply decided they wanted to become parents, and the audience was summoned along for the ride, whether they cared about it or not. To make matters worse, the two actresses at the heart of the story were recast just as it got underway. Hayley Pullos had played Molly since 2009, and Lexi Ainsworth had portrayed her older sister Christina also since 2009. That's 14 years during which viewers have loved and become attached to them as Molly and Christina. They were part of the show's cherished Davis girls. Along with their big sister, Sam, Kelly Monaco, the trio was a symbol of female power. 3 young women who loved, looked out for, and supported each other through life's ups and downs. It was a bond you could feel and made you want to root for all of them to persevere together. However, 2 of the 3 sisters were recast just as the plot got underway. First, the soap surprisingly opted to replace Daytime Emmy winner Ainsworth with former Days of Our Lives star Kate Mansi. Then the show was forced to recast Molly when Pullos was involved in a hit-and-run car accident and had to deal with subsequent legal issues. After Holiday, Mia Kriebel filled in for a couple of weeks. She was replaced by Smith as the new Molly. It's not that the 2 actresses who GH brought in as Molly and Christina aren't quite talented. Mansi has a Daytime Emmy of her own from her work as Abigail Devereux Demera at Deus, and Smith has a massive array of credits. The problem is the audience isn't invested in either of them as Molly and Christina. They're not part of the original Davis girls. Their trials and tribulations haven't been followed by fans for decades. The lovely chemistry that existed between Pullos, Ainsworth, and Monaco just isn't there now. Instead, viewers are being forced to watch 2 strangers in this key plot, like it or not. As a result, the upcoming highs and lows, and the tears, joy, and sadness of this impending plot will never be felt quite as well or as strongly as they could have been, and it makes the whole storyline a bust. Find out what the GH spoilers for July 31, August 4, 2023 have in store for your Port Charles favorites. These General Hospital spoilers tease a differing opinion, 1 step forward and 1 step back, and so much more. This will be a week you won't want to miss. Sonny, Maurice Bernard, and Anna Finola Hughes engage in a spirited debate concerning who it might be that wants her dead, convinced as they both are that she was the target of the assassin who accidentally shot Curtis. Donald Turner, all roads seemingly lead back to the WSB, but Anna isn't quite ready to lay the blame at the feet of the agency she worked at for decades. Instead, her curiosity is piqued when Sonny makes mention of the Pikeman Security Group. After getting trapped in the elevator that leads to the Metro Court restaurant, Tracy, Jane Elliott, and Gregory Harrison, are forced to get to know one another better, and after their rescue, the latter insists on treating the former to dinner. Seeing as how her actual date has up and left, Tracy says yes, and the two have an agreeable time together. At the meal's conclusion, Gregory reaches out for the check, and his hand suddenly begins to shake. Tracy takes note and phones Alexis, Nancy Lee Gran. When Gregory finds out, he hits the roof. In other General Hospital spoilers news, Liz, Rebecca Herbst, and Finn, Michael Easton, have a heart-to-heart. Naima, Cynthia Watrous, visits Willow, Caitlin McMullen. Leo, Easton Rocket Sweda, plays Peacemaker. Maxie, Kirsten Storms, does damage control. Trina, Tabiana Ali, opens up to Dex. Evan Hofer. Laura, Jenny Francis, is given reason to worry, and Martin, Michael E. Knight, is taken by surprise. Meanwhile, having discussed the subject at length, you know the one, both with each other and various loved ones, Alexis among them, Molly, Brooke and Smith, and TJ, Taj Bello, come to a decision and reach out to Christina. Kate Mansi, finally, spoilers warn of a fight soon to break out in Pentonville. Be sure to put your money on Drew, Cameron Matheson, and Cyrus, Jeff Kober. Book, Brad Schmidt should know better. Laura Collins and Valentin have a big mystery to solve. General Hospital spoilers for July 28, 2023, reveal a serious search, deep fears, family bonding, and so much more. You won't want to miss a moment of this exciting new episode. Laura, Jenny Francis, and Valentin, James Patrick Stewart, have been in Chechnya for weeks, and a newly returned Yuri, Cyrus Hobby, is quite worried about them. They are in a dangerous part of the world looking for Nicholas, but are they on the right path? It is clear Victor, Charles Shaughnessy, knew what happened to his nephew considering the gargoyle drawing he left for Ava Mora West in his will, but is he really where Laura and Valentin think he is? As we finally see them on their mission, they run into more trouble as someone is after them and trying to keep them from the truth. Meanwhile, Eva finds she has a new reason to worry as her Nicholas mess is closer and closer to coming to light. Apparently, Molly, Brooke, and Smith had a car accident off-screen to add to her list of problems. When Sam, Kelly Monaco, visited to see how she was doing, she asked how Molly would feel if she never raised a child. That gave Molly a lot to think about, so when Christina, Kate Monsey, stops by to check on her, will she tell her other sister what she really wants to do with her future Carly? Laura Wright is quite excited about the prospect of revamping Kelly's. She has some direction now and can't wait to tell Michael, Chad Duell, all about it. How will she feel about Willow's, Caitlin McMullen decision to allow Nina, Cynthia Watrous, into her life? Finally, Jocelyn, Eden McCoy, is having some problems reconciling herself with the fact that her boyfriend is a mobster and her mother is going to run a diner and not a fancy hotel. At least Trina, Tabiana Ali, is there to give her friend some advice. Who will have sex in a crypt on GH next? GH spoilers sure surprised viewers when not only did Sonny and Ava have a civilized, honest conversation, but that the new truce appears to be continuing indefinitely. Not that they're such good pals, but could it turn into more? And what does this mean for Nina? Not to mention Carly Shure, Ava Mora West, faces an uphill battle. After all, Sonny, Morris Bernard, is devoted to Nina, Cynthia Watrous, and we know our Sonny. When he loves, he doesn't so much as look at another woman. When he was with Brenda, Vanessa Marcil. When he was with Lily Melgar. When he was with Carly, Laura Wright. You know what? Never mind. Sonny and Nina are different. Somehow Sonny and Ava Mora West have a child together. But they were never friends, much less in love. They accidentally had sex in a crypt. These things happen, but since all Port Charles women are required by law to fall in love with Sonny, it's simply Ava's turn now. And considering that Nina is hiding a secret, and Sonny hates secrets, this would be a good time to ask Brenda about that. It means he and Ava are just meant to be. The main obstacle standing in the way of a Sonny and Ava hookup is, believe it or not, Ava and Mena. The women are friends. We have a pretty strong feeling this is a first time for both of them. They rarely find people they connect with, and neither one is eager to give that up, especially for, Sonny. Just because Ava and Sonny are getting better at the co-parenting thing doesn't mean it should, or could, go any further than that. Even if they somehow find themselves back in a crypt, these things keep happening. Ava will definitely be able to resist Sonny's charms this time. She will just say no, for Nina's sake.